Hi guys, welcome back to Selenium Automation Lab. So today we are going to learn about the GitHub, how it's working, how we can push the code into the Git, and how we can pull the code into the from the GitHub. Okay, so let's start the discussion. So first things you need to understand how the GitHub is working. So suppose this is the one person's name is Abhishek. He's working for one of the organizations, and same organizations where Rahul is working. Both are the writing the codes. Okay, so some common codes are there that are like utility codes, logs files, some reusable methods that everybody can reuse whenever they are calling. So these are the methods that everybody is having a common. Okay, so for that purpose they are storing in common location, and whenever it's required they are just pulling the code from there, right? So the common locations, basically they can use the TFS Team Foundation server, they can use the GitHub, they can use any share folder. So here we are going to learn about the GitHub. Basically GitHub is a website where we are creating the Git repository, and inside the Git repository we are storing our code, right? So how we are going to do that? So suppose this is the shape is there. What happened? He has written some code, and he has also written, Rahul is also written the code, and they want to push some code from here to the Git repository, right? So this is the suppose Git repository they have created here. Git repository. They created the Git repository here, and what happened after that? They want to pull. So Abhishek has pushed the code, and Rahul has also pushed the code. So before pushing the code, both need to the commit the code and then push the code. Same thing Rahul also needs to do. So suppose they are using the version as a V1 version, V1 version. Okay. So what happened? Some other guys came, okay, into the team. This is the new team members. Suppose his name is something like Amit. Amit. Okay. Amit came. He wants to also work in this Selenium. Okay. So what he can do? He can pull the code from the Git repository. So for pulling the code, he can directly pull the code from the Git repository. Okay. So for pulling the code, he need to first clone the code, and then he can push the code, pull the code, clone the code, and then he can pull the code. So how we can going to clone it out and pull it out the code, that we will learn in few minutes. So what happened? Abhishek, he has written some changes in his code, and he wants everybody to use this code. So what happened? Again, he has merged this code. Yeah, we can say push this code into Git repository. Okay, V1 version. So they also have to this. Other people also like this. Rahul also has to use the V1 code, V2 code, and this guy Amit, he also has to use the V2 code. Okay. So in that case, first he was using the V1 code, but later on both need to use the V2 code. So they have to pull the code from there. So how we can do that? So let's start with that. So for that, what you can do, first thing you need to open this website. I will be providing this link into the you in descriptions. You can go through that. Just open this website atlantis.com, git tutorials install. Once you open the website, you will be navigating to here. For Windows user, you can follow the below steps, and for the Mac other user, you can go and above. You will be seeing there. There's the options. You can for GitHub, for Mac ports and all, you can go through that and install your GitHub here. For Windows user, you can directly go and click on that particular link, Git for the Windows installer. Once you click on that particular link, it will navigate to the this page. Just click on a download, your GitHub got downloaded, and install it out. So while installing, you need to follow some process here. You can successfully install it, click on next, finish. Make sure like while closing there are SSH code is there. uh, that if you want to generate the SSH code, so you can click on the there, you can select the yes. If not, then you can go for that. So I would recommend you to not to select, otherwise it will face the issue to generate the SSH code. So there is an option you can generate the SSH code. Okay, so once you install it out, okay, so after that one git bus will get created here, like that here. So let me just open my, just let me just cancel out. Okay, cmd command line window, there I will push it out. Okay, I have opened that. Let me open this book, git bus. Okay, so once you open the git bus the first time, if you are using the first time, so what you can do, you need to configure your username and password. What is the username and password? So if you need to create your ID into the GitHub, right? So once you create the ID into the GitHub, here it will be providing your username. While sign up, it will ask what is your username and email ID. After the creation of username and email ID, okay, you need to configure to the GitHub. Okay, so just open the Git bus. Okay, here just enter the same command like git config // global user.name in bracket, just provide the name, this is the my name, you can provide your own username, $, and then again git config // global user.name user.email, I'm just email. Okay, and click on a hit button. Let me just recheck. Git config global username is git config global user email this. Okay, fine, just click. Once you click on that, you will be saying type other command line. Okay, so there are so many options. That means you have configured your username and email ID into the GitHub. Okay, so after that, what you have to do, you have to open the command prompt that I have already opened this command prompt, and navigate to the project, which project you want to post into the GitHub, right? So this is the project which I want to push into the GitHub. So just right click on this project, go to the properties, and just copy this. Okay, the properties of location of your, okay, then cd, enter cd, and then right click on that and push it out. Okay, so here let me just cancel out this one, otherwise it will get confused. Okay, so I have just navigated to the particular project. After that, you need to initialize your git. Enter the command git in it. Okay, once you enter the git in it, so it will ask, it will say like initialize the empty git repository into that particular location, right? So if you see here the particular location, when items are got initialized, let me go back, java tutorial. So see here, so this item got initialized here. Okay, so once you've done, then after that you need to create one git repository. So how you can create the git repository? Just open your GitHub. Okay, then right click on this git plus icon, just click on a plus icon, and then click on a new repository, right? Once you click on a new repository, just enter the repository name, like just like test1 2 3 4. Okay, just test1 2 3 4, something like that. You can get it and click on create button. So okay, so your repository got get created. So I have already created like Java tutorials. Okay, so once you create the repository, so it will be look like that. Okay, so here you will see the one options for pushing that. Just copy this location and paste it out into the command window. Right click on and paste it out. Once you click on and paste it out, okay, so it will be configured there. Oh yes, so it got configured there. Okay, so after that we need to check the status. What is the status of my GitHub? Okay, so git status is the command. Okay, so it will be show what are the files that has been not yet added into the GitHub, right? So for that we need to add our files. So for that we have to command git add space dot, click on enter. So it is adding all the files, and after that it will be generating the files. Okay, so again check the status. If anything is missed out, git status. Okay, so all the files that has been added, it will show into the green color. Okay, so that means this new file got added. Once you got this new files, okay, so after that what you have to do it, we have to commit our code, right? So we have a command git commit hyphen yum is enter. This is enter any comment there. This is my first commit. Okay, and press the enter. Git commit hyphen yum. Okay, so once you enter it, it is committing your code into the GitHub, but it will not be available there, right? So our code got committed. Okay, so we have to again git, then we have to push it out. Push origin master. Just hit the enter. It will ask the what is your username there. Just wait for 1 minute. It is checking, and then it will ask, you will give the username. Okay, so here you need to provide your username, right? So my username is ASSK1234. Just hit the enter. Once you hit the enter, it will ask you what is the password for your GitHub, right? So you need to provide the password. So I will be providing the password here. This password won't be visible anybody. Okay, so after that click on enter. So once you click on enter, so your code will be pushed here into the GitHub. So let me open my GitHub. So here as of now we don't have any code here, pushed code here. Okay, so what I can do, I can just refresh this page. Once you refresh this page, then your code will get the push here. Okay, so I have refreshed this my GitHub. Okay, so it is getting refreshed here. Let me refresh it again, as I'm like it's a network issue. Okay, so if you see here, all the codes got pushed here. If I go to the Java demo, so these are the codes. If I click on, suppose this is string function. Okay, so these codes got pushed out. If I, even if you open this, the same code you are getting there, right? So my all code got pushed out. So like that we can push the code. So we have learned as of now how to push the code. Let's start discussing about how we can pull the code from the GitHub to the our local system. Yeah, how we can run the code from GitHub, how we can pull the code, right? So for pulling the code, we have to create the directory. Okay, we have to create the directory. So let me open another command here. Let me open again cmd. The mistake I just closed out. cmd Okay, so I have opened my cmd command. So for that, first thing we need to create the directory. So first thing I'm creating my directory into the desktop. So first thing, let me go to the desktop. Okay, so I have created this. For creating the directory, mkdir, and what is our directory name? So I'm just creating, suppose, a git demo. Okay, so we have created our directory with the name of git demo. Okay, so let's go to the desktop and verify whether where it got created. Okay, so if you see here, this git demo got created. Let me open it out. Once you open, nothing is there. It is empty. Okay, so after that, once you do that, so then enter the git clone and what is your git url, right? So which code we wanted to pull. So let me just go back and let me open any project. Which I can pull it out. Let me just pull this Selenium hybrid, this one. We don't have anything here. Hybrid. Let me see if there anything. I think nothing is there. This demo one. Yes, there are a lot of things. So this is the your URL that you need to push it here, right? After that, paste this URL and click on enter. Once you click on enter, it will start cloning in this particular locations. Okay, and then it will finish it out. Then after that, once you clone it out, you can directly go to that particular folder. And if you next time, if you go to this particular folder, you will be seeing one items that has been cloned, and that is coming to the here, right? This item got here. Okay, because it's coming outside, because I have created the directory, but I did not went to this particular locations, right? So let me go to this particular locations first. Cd git demo. Okay, and now let me clone it out. Then it will be, our code will be displayed here. Git clone, and then right click on that, paste it out, that URL, and click on it. So it will start the cloning. And this time, if I go to that particular directory, so my code will be available. See, this code got available. All the codes are there. Okay, so just open this Eclipse. Okay, once you open your Eclipse, okay, so what we can do, we can import, we can use the import to import the code and into our system, right? So we have done. So just go to the click on go to the function. If we click on a function, oh, my system is too slow. Okay, so after that, just click on import. Once you click on import, okay, so it will be displaying some options. Just wait for that. Our system is too much slow. Okay, then go to the general and click on existing product project into the workspace, and then click on OK. Sorry, click on a next. Okay, so once you click on a next button, oh, okay, so it will ask for the directory root. So click on a browse. Once you click on a browse, then you need to select your browser where your directory you have created and where your code is available. Okay, so I have created this get demo. Okay, so just click on a git demo, and then click on a finish it out. Once you click on a finish it out, you will see here along with the Java tutorials, there is one project got imported here, and you will be seeing all the codes and everything will be coming here. Okay, so see, all the codes, everything will be coming here. So like that, we can push the code, we can pull the code from the GitHub. We can push from system to the GitHub. So as of now, we have learned GitHub how to pull the code, how to push the code, how to clone the code, how to commit the code. Everything we have got it out. If you have anything doubt, anything, you can comment me out. Thank you.